celebration. Is there welcome to hook ya, hook ya. Hey, hook ya, hook ya.
Thanks for joining us again for the Healthy Nation Native News program. That clip you just saw was from the Shakopee Powell last year, 1996. Our program is filmed at MTN Studios in River Place, and we work with the Heart of the Earth students, and today we have some kids, native kids from the Phillips Community Television program. They also have a program that you produce, and they're here helping us out today. And our program is done once a month. This is our June program, and now we'll be talking about some of the things that will be happening in the month of June, or some of the things that happened in May. I know May was Indian month, and we managed to hit some of the feasts in the community, especially like Andayang and OIC and the Indian Center and Anishinaabe, the Housing Corporation. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the month of May. And the month of June is Powell season is starting, and some of the things that Healthy Nations did, we went out and interviewed some of the people in the community, especially one of them is the CD program at the American Indian Center. We went there to talk with Cecil Whitehat and Sherry Reimers in the program, and we have that interview now. Today I'm here with Cecil Whitehat and Sherry Reimers at the Minneapolis American Indian Center, and they work in a chemical dependency program, and I'd like to thank them for joining us, and they'll share a little information about the program, and so they'll take it from here. Cecil? Sherry?
Good afternoon. First of all, I'm a Lakota Sioux. I'm from Rosebud, South Dakota. I've been in the Twin Cities now for about 3 years, and I've been with this particular program for the last 2 years. And I got started in the chemical dependency field in 1980, so I've got about 17 years in the field. And with that, I'll turn it over to Sherry to tell a little bit about herself.
Again, my name is Sherry Reimers. I've been here at the center for about a year. I'm a member of the White Earth Band of Ojibwe, and born and raised in the cities here, somewhat country, but anyways, I've been in the field here for about 5 years. Started out in community justice as a community worker, drug and alcohol counselor at Jewel Fairbanks, providing Rule 25 assessments and detox intervention, and now here at the center providing the assessment and short-term counseling.
Okay. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your program and some of the services you provide here.
Okay. Overall, let me first do a little bit of the history of it, and then for more of the day-to-day operations, I'll let Sherry talk a little bit about that. The history of the program here at the Indian Center with the Chemical Dependency Program has been here since 1977. And our researcher has indicated to us that in that 20 years, I think we've helped about 10,000 residents here in the metro area with alcohol drug-related services. So we get our funding from the CDPD, that's the Chemical Dependency Program Division with the state. So we do Rule 25 assessments for Hennepin County. We're essentially agents for Hennepin County. But more of the day-to-day and various components of the program, I'll turn that over to Sherry. Sherry?
Some of the services that we provide are assessment, information, referral, and community education. In addition to those, we sponsor the Alkathon yearly here at the center in conjunction with the Sobriety Powwow that takes place over the New Year holiday. And we're in the process of starting an Adult Children of Alcoholics support group. And that's going to take place on Thursdays here in the center at noon. And everybody's welcome to join us. In providing drug and alcohol assessments, we are here Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30, and we take appointments. I also provide walk-ins, which is, I think, a real good piece here on Mondays. Mondays are real difficult. Actually, that's usually when people want help, is right now and on Monday.
Mondays after the weekend, I suppose, yeah.
We leave ourselves available to walk-ins at that time, and it's first come, first served basis. And if we can't get them seen at that time, we'll provide them an appointment or direct them to another agency that provides assessments to get them seen, according to their need as soon as possible.
When would someone need an assessment? Or want an assessment, I guess?
Well, I believe most of the calls that we do get is for someone that's maybe a parent, a social worker, child protection worker, an EAP person, and they want to do essentially an intervention on an employee, a student, an adolescent. They're seeing signs of abuse, and then now it's going into abuse. With an adolescent, it's usually a decrease in schoolwork, some of the absenteeism, the effort towards school, everything has dropped. Some of the signs that you see there, and then there's reports of use, whether it's a smell of alcohol or bloodshot eyes or those types of things, where they feel that an assessment is needed to see if there's abuse or a need for treatment. And with adults, of course, it's the same. It's work-related most of the time. Some maybe it might be a sister or a mother or someone, but it's about probably half, I would say about half of the people realize a need for treatment themselves, and then they will refer themselves. Now, these people, I find, are primarily the ones that have had previous treatment experience where they know a little bit about alcohol and drugs, and they see the progression of the disease, and then they will refer themselves. But for the first-time person that has not had treatment before, it's usually another person that refers. And that is, of course, when is that? Well, very briefly, I think that's when it's starting to affect your day-to-day living. Whether it's in your family, your job, or you might be caught for a DUI. You're getting now involved in the legal system. It might be some child protection stuff that happens that now has all been precipitated by the alcohol and drug use. So that's in answer to your question.
So when people, do they usually call you directly, or do they call the Indian Center, and how do they get access to the program here?
Well, we some of them call the center, and then they, of course, turn the call over to us, and then we are in the Circle newspaper every month.
Okay.
Our numbers are in there, so we get a lot of calls directly, and we're pretty well known in the community, in the Indian community, about our services here.
Mm-hmm. And if people wanted to call you directly, they get their phone numbers?
Yeah, our phone numbers are, my number is 879-1702, and Sherry's is 879-1768.
Okay, good.
We want to, when we talk about the program, I think one area that we'd like to really emphasize too is our community education aspect. And I just wanted to say a few words about that before we close. Is that in the past 2 years, we've been able to do some cultural diversity training with everybody from hospitals to colleges to the community itself and various non-native and native organizations and around alcohol and drug issues. And then we do a lot of prevention type of work in the schools, the public schools. We've done some work down in Fort Snelling around cultural values. So we have, we're very much interested in doing that for people. And again, you have our phone number, so if you want anything along those lines around cultural diversity, I think is we can go ahead and customize that to your organization exactly what it is you're looking for, because we've done programs and customized for adolescent treatment centers,
Okay.
adult treatment centers, families. One of the things that we're going to be doing here in the next year is that we just recently got a grant for a cultural diversity development project to provide curriculum for CD counselors. So we'll be working on that this year, and I think that the other area of need that I think we've identified is that we need an outpatient program for Native Americans here
Sure.
in the Hennepin County area. So we're looking at how it can, as a program, better respond not only to the community needs, but what is our developing the working relationships with those. So I think as a new staff here with the program, I think we're very excited about it. I think there's a lot to do, and we're going to be busy here for the next several years, very busy.
Good. Alcohol is a big problem in the Indian community, and it still is, and I appreciate you guys being here and working with our Indian people and trying to get the help that they probably need to get. And the Indian Center is probably where a lot of people, when they don't know where to call, this is where they usually call, and that's why, it's good that you are here. Well, thank you for joining us. Again, I'd like to thank Sherry and Cecil for doing that interview for us. And the Chemical Dependency Program is one of the many programs at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. And if you have any questions about any programs, or you'd like to talk to Cecil or Sherry, again, Cecil's number is 879-1702, and Sherry's number is 879-1768. Otherwise, you can call me at 879-1761. And now we have some public service announcements from the St. Croix Ojibwe, and these are the ones done by the students there, and they're very well done. So we have that clip now. Thanks again to the St. Croix Ojibwe for allowing to use that in PSAs. Sorry about that. Um, Earlier last week we had at the Mixed Blood Theater, there was a play called Hear Our Voices. It was performed by the Native American Youth Theater Project, and Healthy Nations was there again, and the play was about, it says the play reflects the participants' life experiences in the world around them. And choosing the topics of violence through storytelling, we explore the effects on individuals, families, and the community. And we have we did a clip from that, and we apologize for the sound. I guess what they say in this business, we had some technical difficulty. But what the things that happen there is what we like to see in the Indian community, where the kids are doing something positive. Same thing with we have here at Healthy Nations news program. We're having youth come in and do all the technical stuff. If possible, we'd like some feedback from the community to see what they think of the program, and maybe some things that we can probably do different, or maybe some things that are of interest to the community. So if people want to call me at 879-1761, I would appreciate it, and we'll try to do whatever that thing that people want to see on this program. And now we have the clip ready to go from the Mixed Blood Theater, which was filmed on Tuesday, May 27th. And we'd like to thank the kids that were in the play for doing it and allowing us to be there to film it.
In 10 years, I see myself working not for a big company or anything like that. I see myself with a couple kids, and I see myself satisfied. I'll have a diploma,
and in medical school to be a surgeon,
and work part-time with a car and lots of friends,
with my own apartment.
and no kids.
Yes. I see myself having a job, no kids, going out to my friends' parties, have my own house and car, have some animals that would collect a cat and a bird that can talk. I won't be rich.
And I won't be poor.
poor kids on TV. I see myself as an actor, helping the native homeless people in my family. One thing I think about a solution.
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 One thing I think about a solution. One thing I think about a solution. For everybody to forget their hate.
And everybody just get along.
No hate for no one, just for everybody to love and be helpful. No hate for no one. Nothing that has to do with hate.
If I could change anything, I would change drugs and violence.
I want my children to be able to play in my neighborhood without being interfered with or being raped or getting jumped.
I feel the communities need to change. They need to be cleaned up and made a safer place. For my children to play. Right now I feel free.
Right now I feel powerful. Right now I feel strong.
Right now I feel happy. Right now I feel confident.
Right now I feel grateful.
Right now I feel proud.
You're on, George.
Okay, once again, that is the Native American Youth Theater Project, and that was performed at the Mixed Blood Theater, and would like to thank them for doing that. And now we have Mike Gozzi with us, the director of the Twin Cities Healthy Nations program. He's the boss.
Boss, thanks for having me on the program. I came on to talk a little about this last week. We had family bingo, free family bingo at the Indian Center, and it's an activity that we found to be, very well received. It's for families and elders and kids, and it's really a lot of fun. And we have a clip of that we're going to run, and we'll talk a little bit about the clip as it runs. Is it?
I know
If they're ready, they're
yeah, there are like 450 people and kids that showed up. And
Yeah, we had 450 people that showed up. We played 27 games, and we had one game where we had 5 winners, double winners, and so we gave away gift certificates to all those people. Each game was a $25 gift certificate, or we did get prizes from the casinos of Mille Lacs and Hinckley. The Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe sent us some certificates. And we got Subway tickets, Subway sandwiches from a Subway over on Chicago and Franklin. We want to thank them. And just different prizes like that. We do it in conjunction with the seniors program, so we do have a lot of elders. There were elders that came over from the Earth Star Lodge. And there we go, there's the clip. And as you can see, it's a pretty full house. There's Sue Bowstring, and she is the intake person for the Earth Star Lodge, and they have some vacancies at their building in St. Paul. And we had one winter where there was actually 4 generations of kids, 4 generations of one family sitting there. We had a great-grandmother and a grandmother and a mother and a granddaughter. And that's always fun to see that. There's a little girl that has just won a $25 gift certificate, and sometimes they look in there, they don't know what it is, but their mothers sure do, and so they make it well worth it. We had 3 grand prizes. We had a boy's bike, and then a girl's bike that went to a boy and girl, and then we had a 19-inch color TV that went to an elder as the last game. And it's really amazing because we have like 450 people there, of which 300 of them plus are kids, and they really behave well and really have interest. And it shows, it's a good family activity. We don't condone gambling as a way of keeping families together, but at the same time, it's a way of getting everybody there and having a good time. And we just we like that. That was a drug-free, alcohol-free, violence-free activity, and we need more of those in the community.
yeah, I know. That's the second year we've done that, right?
Yeah, last year we just did it on kind of a fluke, came up with the idea, and And we actually ran out of little pieces of plastic to put on the numbers, and we had to use macaroni. And we ran out of macaroni, and we had to use Cheerios. So people were eating Cheerios and putting the Cheerios on the number. So it was a lot of fun. And we plan on doing it again next year. It kind of is the kickoff for India, the final thing for Indian Month. So we'll do it on that last Wednesday of 1998, of May 1998, too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Yes, you know, the power season is coming to full swing, and we have a list of calendar of powers coming for the month of June. We'd like to end with that. Thank you.
Celebration.